All right,
The
boys.
silence is deafening.
I know everybody's like, you got the first game jitters.
Are you nervous?
I am nervous.
Are you nervous?
It's been a long time.
It has been a while.
It's about the revival.
It's my
right?
first
Thirsty.
time.
That's right.
I'm thirsty, yeah. Hurry up.
Okay.
Hurry up. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, what do we got? All right. Okay. You ready? What is it? 4, 3, 2.
No. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. God. I'm the butt of the first joke. It's typical.
I'm just trying to get back in the rhythm.
Yeah,
Barry. It's
okay.
So easy.
Where's Amanda where I need her?
Easy. Hey everybody, welcome back to Bourbon Boys, the podcast where guys get together to talk about bourbon, about life, lore, and libation, and everything that comes with being a dad. We're not bourbon snobs, just a bunch of guys who like bourbon for what it is and how it tastes. And we're pretty poor at calendar planning. It's been a long time, gentlemen. Everybody back. This is podcast number 32. Yes, I'm Alton, and with me are the Bourbon Boys. We got Kurt,
Hey there.
Krat,
Hey.
and Dew.
Yo.
Dew, thank you for hosting us in the new digs here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
The
nice.
new studio here in Cornelius, North Carolina. It's quite cozy.
Can we give out the address?
Exactly.
We do studio tours.
What's that?
We do studio tours.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
We now have a studio.
So it's good to
That
be back.
sounds really good, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not a dining room anymore. It's a studio.
It's a studio.
It's a long walk for you to
Studio.
the Google truck now, though, Kurt.
It's got to go downstairs.
It's
Yeah.
outside. Yeah.
You pass 3 bathrums between here and the Google truck.
Which is a
road,
good
so
thing.
It's pretty
Because I
good.
probably have to go 3 times in between there and here.
What was I going down there to get?
Oh, I got to go to the bathroom.
I'll go back again.
Oh, it is good to be back, gents. So tonight we have 3 bourbons, and it's a hell of a lineup. I'm excited about this. We have 2 revivals, kind of like a revival of old friendships.
Yes,
I
it
like
is.
that. That's
Yep.
touchy.
Bringing it
I don't
back.
know I don't know whose idea that was, but I like it. We got the revival straight bourbon whiskey and the rye whiskey. So excellent.
We're sneaking a rye in there.
Sneaking around, I'm like, hey, I'm not going there. And then we've got Elmer T Lee, which always a good pour. So it's been a long
We'll
time. I'm
see.
looking forward to trying that.
Yeah, we can wait on that one.
Yeah.
That was
So
a Christmas gift?
Yeah, Sarah gave that to me for
Yeah,
Christmas, so I'm
yeah.
sure she overpaid for it. But we'll see.
She's on some surveillance camera. That's fine.
Yeah.
September from Christmas. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That is.
Did you have it
Shows
hidden?
restraint.
Do you have it hidden?
No, I'm not. I think
You just
maybe
lost it?
I may have tucked it behind a big half gallon of tequila so that she stayed away from it. So
Nobody touches that.
that's right.
All right. Well, this is great. I'm looking forward to it. What's the lineup tonight? How are we going to hit these? In particular order?
Yeah, we can start in on the revival and work our way up to the good stuff because that's that Elmer T that's got a story behind it. I can't wait to
Yeah.
hear about that one. So we've got 2 from Highwire Distilling, and they're based in Charleston. And went down there around this time last year with friends of ours and spent the weekend down there. They know their way, Paul and Katie, they know their way around Charleston. It is like their favorite city in the whole world.
Yep.
So we checked a lot of bourbon bars, had a lot of great cocktails, and then on Saturday we went to New Southern Revival, to Highwire Distilling, and we had a sampling of their bourbon. We had some of their vodka, we had some of their gin, and their Amaro. And I don't know if I have any Amaro left, but I can check during the break.
Okay.
But the story behind Highwire is it's a that might be too far away. It might be how's this now? That sounds good.
That sounds really good.
All right. So it's a husband and wife team, Scott and Ann, and they started this in Charleston. And backstory is Scott went to culinary school, Culinary Institute of America, CIA. CIA grad, started an organic bakery in the Charleston area, sold the bakery, kept moving the money on. He's like, all right, let's try something new.
So he sold the bakery to Google and made $30 billion.
Something close to it, right? And still, we're only asking for, what was our last price?
1.5.
Okay.
Yeah. Like $1.50.
We took the summer off, so we understand. Yeah. No, he sold it to General Mills. So kind of a serial entrepreneur, not breakfast cereal entrepreneur, but a serial entrepreneur. You see what I said? and kept that whole thing going. So he was always into baking, which is very, very similar. We've heard this before about people who have like the baking science and understanding of that. They then pop into distilling.
Chemists.
Right. And the mash and everything. So his thing as a baker, he was focused on using all local ingredients and creating just these amazing, totally unique meals. So he took the same thing and applied it to high wire. And so they're using all locally sourced ingredients in all of their spirits. So they do small batch spirits. These guys are located on Upper King Street, so they're just outside the city hubbub, but in a really, really cool warehouse. It's a barrel-shaped ceiling. So you walk in there, cool. All original brick, original glass, huge copper still. They'll do tours, great little bar setup, and a really super merchandising area. But they make a botanical gin out of all locally sourced ingredients. The Amaro is all from flowers and herbs in the Charleston area. They do a vodka, they do the bourbon, and a rye. The interesting thing, what did you pour, the rye?
This is rye.
Okay. So the rye is 100% Abruzzi rye, which is from South Carolina. And this is a 90 proof. And this one, so what's interesting is their rye is 100% rye, no other blend. Yep. And then their bourbon is the same. It's 100% Jimmy red corn. So we've had 100% corn bourbon in the past. It's not been great. I think old Nick Williams may have been one of them. but then like Conviction, 100% corn tastes great.
Yep.
So these guys, they produce some really, really good spirits. So tell me what you think of the rye.
For a rye, it's pretty smooth, I think.
Yep.
It has this isn't going to be the right description. It has a bit of a medicinal taste to it for me.
Yep.
It takes me back to like the cough syrup that I would have as a kid. I can't remember what.
It's like a Robitussin.
Kind of, maybe, but I don't want to equate it to that. But that's the first kind of like jogs your memory a little bit.
Yeah. It's like high on the spice. I get like a little bit of licorice in it, like an anisette type of thing.
Same.
Yeah.
Yep.
But not too bad because I'm not a big fan of anise and black licorice. So this doesn't overwhelm it. It is kind of there. It's not a sweet pour, not a caramel, none of that. It's just pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I expected a little more spice.
Yeah. It's not very spicy.
It's not heavy on the pepper.
No. The pepper.
It's got a good color to it too. I think
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Beautiful
really nice. Yep. What do you think for a rye, Derek? Because you're not a big rye guy.
Anti-rye guy.
I am.
Anti-rye guy.
I think I would be able to tell if that's not a bourbon. We've had some ryes.
I would agree.
Yeah, I like the Blue Note. And
yeah,
the
I would agree with that.
The Riverset rye.
Yep,
I
the
couldn't
Riverset
tell the
rye.
between the two.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, that's a really tasty rye. I would definitely know it's not a bourbon, but I do like it in that it has a little bit more flavor character than just the pepper rye that I'm used to having.
I think this could be great in a cocktail too, with a little bit of that spice in it.
Yep, they do a good job.
The sweetness of this is interesting. It's definitely. I picked up on the licorice too, Alton, and it's not strong, like crazy, obnoxious. But there's something else in there, maybe vanilla.
Yeah, it's getting sweeter. Like as I'm drinking it, I got the Robitussin on the first sip, but I don't get the medicine. I don't get cough medicine as much. 3 or 4 sips.
Do you get like a Vicks vapor rub on your chest?
To do a little menthol. Yes. Yeah.
We used to put that shit up our nose.
Oh God.
Dear God.
That was brutal.
I'm not crying. It's vapor.
Was that a Wisconsin thing? Why would you do that?
Because it clears your nasal passages. If you're going to get it, go right to it.
Strips anything off?
Probably why I get sinus infections today.
There's no membranes left.
There's no membranes left. It's gone.
Haven't been able to grow nasal hair in 25 years.
Well, yeah, that unfortunately doesn't seem to be a problem. Again, much like the peeing, everything grows where you don't want it. So.
Yeah, this is
seriously. I'll go there.
I do like this. I like it a lot.
This is good. The last thing I'll say is the more I drink the it's not oily, but it definitely has like a viscosity to it, which is interesting because it's super clean and light, but it does kind of have. It's not a bad thing. It's just noticeable.
It's good. I like it.
I like it too.
It almost feels like or tastes like something else was added to it, like a bitters. Like you were saying, good in a cocktail.
Yeah.
'Cause I could taste that if you told me that this was rye with a splash of or a drop of a bitter, or a splash of Amaro, I could see that. Yeah, you'd be like, I can taste it in it.
But that's what I mean. You could put this in a good cocktail and actually get a little bit of that spice without having to add any of that stuff. So
Certainly complement an old fashioned, that's for sure.
yeah.
What's an old fashioned with rye called? Isn't that as
Not an old
Pumpernickel?
pumpernickel?
I don't know.
I almost went for that.
Should I go to the Google truck? Do you guys want me to go to the Google truck?
You got to go pee again?
No.
Could you go pee for me? 'Cause
No, I cannot pee for you. Okay.
It's good taste though.
So what's the name of Highwire? Because there's a Highwire brewery in Asheville.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't find a whole lot on Highwire, but a lot of the treatment of their labels and their gin and their vodka makes it feel like it's a little bit of a circus feel, like a Southern Revival tent
Okay.
type of a feel. So it does have like this throwback to maybe the late 1800s and some of the, like one of them is a oh shoot, I forget the name of the vodka, but it was like a magician on the front, like a sideshow magician, which I thought was kind of cool.
interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know if Highwire is for them just another. It doesn't say the story on the side. If it's a metaphor for the risk that they're taking, and but it's a cool place.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Ready for the bourbon?
So, did you talk to these people when you were down there?
So I left Ann a message. Haven't heard back. That
Okay.
was over a year ago. So
All right.
not so much.
She,
But
she ghosted
busy
you.
week.
She
Weekend.
did.
Busy weekend.
But we did have a contact down there. A friend of Carson's, his mom is friends with Ann.
Well, there you go.
I was like, all right, we're close.
Let's do it.
I've said that too many times.
What? We're close?
We're close and let's do it.
Haven't we tried something that has Jimmy Red Corn in it? Because have we tried that before? Then
We've done a show on this one
We have?
because I remember.
Then why are we doing it again?
because it's a revival.
Okay.
You brought it up.
It's a revival.
and
Well, I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said it's an idea.
Do you listen to our podcast?
I do. Do you read my text? Because nobody responds.
hey, Kurt, actually,
What?
There
Actually,
was not a single typo in
Yeah.
that last text.
I know. I've been working on
Who
it.
is this from?
You didn't think it was me, did
No.
who proofed that shit?
you? Nobody proofed it. I just sent it.
Wow,
No.
I know.
Flawless.
It's flawless.
have your thumbs lost weight? I mean,
I wish. If they have, it's all gone somewhere else. I can tell you that.
post-pandemic, same thing.
Yeah.
Skinny thumbs.
Skinny thumbs.
Yeah, I just remember a Jimmy Crack Corn joke.
Yeah.
Well, there's a song that goes like that.
Yeah, and I don't care.
I don't care exactly. Exactly.
It's something like that. All right. So the story for the Jimmy Red Corn. So this is
It's actually called a Jimmy Red Corn.
It is.
100%.
This is a
It's the
112.
crack corn.
It's the corn. It's the crack of corn.
This is 112.
This is 112.
Wow.
Yeah, it's coming in hot. This is a single barrel because it's 56.1, so it's not blended with anything. This is coming out just as it is. This is made with 100% Jimmy Red Corn. Background on Jimmy Red Corn. We talked about this last time. Repeat for those who've heard it. For those first time, read about this in Garden and Gun. Which point you said, great
Jimmy.
magazine.
Oh yeah, I thought you were queuing me up for the crack corn, and I don't care.
And you can do the joke. I don't care. The story with this was another chef in the area came across the last 2 ears drying in the barn of Jimmy Red Corn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't remember
worked
the
with
story.
USC and Clemson ag schools to bring it back. So
Revival.
they revived it. Exactly.
Full circle.
That's so clever.
He got the last 2 years of the Jimmy Red corn. It was used for moonshiners back in the day. He, as a chef, started using it as the base of cornbread. Mm-hmm. So his restaurant had this unique Jimmy Red cornbread. We had some when we were down at that restaurant, and I was like, this is really cool. And I got to have the cornbread and the bourbon like in the same day.
Was it Husk?
Yeah, it might have been.
Okay.
Yeah, really like swanky place.
Yeah, I don't know if it's swanky or not. I know it's like it's a desirable spot.
It's not swanky for Dave.
Okay.
Come on.
Dave's got pretty high standards.
Dave who?
Shirt.
It's a country club.
So this guy, Ted, got the last two from the family, worked with local schools to bring it back. It was listed on the Endangered Heritage Food list.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Didn't
Brought
know
it
there
back
was
to
such a
life.
thing.
Thank goodness Ted found it.
It's pretty tasty because you'd mentioned oily in the beginning. They actually, when they do the mash, they take off 3 inches of oil. There's an oil slick at the top of that mash that's 3 inches thick.
Do you think they'd want you to call it an oil slick?
Well, an oil accumulation? I don't know.
Separation?
Could be.
Could be.
Could be. But back to some earlier stuff we talked about with the viscosity, it clings to your tongue, right? So that oil is going to make it feel super smooth. It's going to cover a lot of area. It's going to stick.
Oh.
So for that, I'm going to try that again. It's only been 3 months. That's fine. You want to clear your throat now too while you're at it?
Do we need to get a spittoon?
Well, it's better than Crat chomping on the peanuts all the time.
Where are the chips at?
Hey, let's make sure we enunciate.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
We're short on the yes. Articulate.
Yes,
Enunciate that,
articulation.
I just
is
want to
very
make sure I'm not misunderstood.
So for go ahead.
So, South Carolina
South Carolina,
is
Charleston.
where you found this stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So how does that tie back to the guy who found the corn? Like, I'm missing the connection.
So I bought the bourbon, not the corn.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Had nothing to do with the corn.
I'm out.
I understand.
So we went to Charleston. I was gifted a bottle of this.
Yeah.
From our friend who knows Anne.
Yep.
Never heard of it. When we were down in Charleston, I was like, oh, I got to stop by and see this place. We stopped by, picked up more of this.
Okay.
But I had learned about the Jimmy Red corn, and they named it after the James, what's the bridge in Charleston?
Cooper River?
No, the bridge, name of the bridge.
The Cooper River Bridge.
Other one, that begins with James.
James Cooper River Bridge.
Let's go with that.
Jimmy Cooper. Yeah.
Hey, they didn't know what a nor'easter was. Just saying.
That's fine.
So.
That's fine. So I went down there at that point and picked up this.
Yeah.
Restaurant guy found 2 ears of corn, made cornbread.
Cornbread turned into more restaurant bakers going,
Okay.
hold on a second.
So the
What else
restaurant
can we
guy
do
is
with
still
this?
around.
Restaurant guy's still around. Restaurant
Found
guy
the corn not too long ago. Like, it's not like
I would say
70 years ago or anything
no,
like
it's
that.
like within the
Okay.
last 5 or 6 years.
I'm with you now. Okay. I was
Okay.
thinking the corn was found like way back. So I'm like, how is this all connected?
Yeah.
Got it.
Apparently, you can revive corn that has been, just hanging dried. So that's what they did. They had the challenge to those college kids. College kids figured it out. Yep.
How long do you have to study to be able to recognize the type of corn from the cob?
I don't know.
Ted. Let's call Ted.
It's called Ted.
Yeah.
Hey, Google guys, see if you can
Hey,
get Ted
Google
on the phone.
We found some dormant corn.
Yes.
It appears to be red
Yeah.
in color.
Yeah.
phone or tablet for you.
Oh. oh.
Seconds.
All right. Apparently, we asked Google something.
The Google truck is calling Kurt. Oh, Kurt, please come
I don't
downstairs.
have to go down there now.
You don't.
I have my British assistant here.
You forgot to flush. Please come back and flush.
Wash your hands, Kurt.
The loo. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, God.
All right.
We need to work on the studio.
Too many people listening. So what do you get? What do you get? What do you get for taste? What do you think? Are you getting that oily, viscous?
That is really good.
I'm getting
That is really good.
take your breath away if you Take a big sip of that. 112.
112.
Come in, yeah.
This is
But
really
it's
good.
it's not a real spicy 112.
This is really good.
No, just it literally
Really
like,
smooth.
took my breath away.
Yeah, it does. If you take
So
a
it's
quick
a little-
inhale,
Yeah.
Did you say the mash bill on the? Oh, it's all corn.
100% corn. Yeah,
Do you not listen to our podcast?
Apparently, I listen like Kurt.
yep.
This is like,
It's got a really sweet. I'm sorry, sweet to the nose for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously because it's corn, but
A little too sweet for me, but I do like it.
Yeah.
that's
no
appropriate.
no such thing as too sweet.
They say nutty, sweet, vanilla,
Definitely vanilla.
and oily.
I get all
But
those,
not
I don't
oily
get-
like you
I don't
just
get
took
the
a
nut.
tablespoon.
It's more of the no. We've talked about that before with some other ones that we've had.
Yeah.
Where it just kind of how it
The
feels in
coating.
the yeah, exactly. Yeah,
3-inch coating. How's that? Is that better than a 3-inch oil slick?
sure.
All right.
It's really good. I mean, most things that we've tasted like this high do have a good, strong flavor. This is not a very complex flavor.
Nope.
Because it's a single ingredient, I'm sure. But I like this. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's a they said between 2 and 3.5 years. So
Okay.
Yep.
What is it? What is it a bottle?
it's expensive. This was for a bottle $70,
Okay.
and which I think we've bumped into in the smaller,
Yeah.
craft.
Peerless was up there and
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
others.
Yep.
And easy to get around here, or
No. Closest is Frugal McDougal. So
Okay.
for us,
yeah.
and then Southern Spirits, which I haven't found in South Carolina.
Okay.
So nothing in North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah. We saw.
Again, we do the ABCs.
ABC.
It's easy.
I like it.
It's like 1, 2, 3.
See, it is 1, 2, 3.
It is right.
See.
I like it. I recommend it.
Still not counting it.
And if you guys are looking for Christmas ideas for me, I'll take one.
Right.
Okay.
And I think it is something where
I'll buy
if
you
anyone
one if you
goes
buy
down
me
there, I want to grab the gin next time and give that a shot. 'Cause
Yeah. I think we should go on site.
let's do it.
I think we should go talk to them.
Even if Ann and
So-
Scott don't want to talk to us, that's okay.
We'll just set up.
Yeah, we'll just set up shop.
Could you guys keep it down?
Yeah.
I know you're on a tour.
Yeah. We have a podcast to record.
We haven't got thrown out of that.
We don't have a website anymore, but
Right, exactly. We're talking about Peerless today.
Corky, where are you?
Corky.
Yes.
We're going to bring Corky in live. Actually, I need to follow up with Corky. I should do that now that we're talking again.
now it's time for him to go back to Florida.
Yeah. It is. It's
no,
the season. It's
He
the
won't go back
season.
until November, December. So
All right.
we were there in November, so he was
That's
still
true.
there.
That's true.
So
Hard to believe we're coming up on
A
the
year.
anniversary of that.
yeah,
Okay.
That's wild.
That was a cold November.
that was a
It
cold
was. It
November.
was a cold November.
That was chilly.
Yeah.
I got to pee.
All right, let's take a break.
All right.
I'm glad you're back, ladies and gentlemen.
This break was brought to you by...
Bye.
Jimmy crack corn.
And I don't care. I was telling everybody earlier, Derek. I think you were
That's awesome.
You were setting up, but I left this bottle in my truck all day, and so it's a little warm.
Ooh.
So we'll see.
All right. Well, before you pour that, I got a story.
Are you going to finish that?
Yeah, I am going to finish it.
Well, I'm not.
I'm not done telling my story yet.
Okay. Cool.
So, did you guys read my text that I sent you?
No.
Which one?
Of course we did. Which one? Can you elaborate?
Better answer.
It's such a
The
line.
one without any typos.
No. So about my nephew, I think I sent this
Oh,
to
yes.
you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I got to do a
sorry.
call out to these guys.
Oh, yeah. Just
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, did you read it, Dave?
I did. We're famous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just,
you
all
read
right.
it.
All right.
in our own
It
minds.
took the website down.
Crashed it. Crashed the site.
Crashed the site.
Broke
bud.
the site.
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So thanks to our fans in Minnesota. No, this is a funny story because my nephew calls me Saturday and he's like, "Hey," so my nephew calls me at
What's your nephew's name?
Blake.
Thank you.
Blake.
So, and he called. It's like 9:00 at night, 9:30, and I'm like,
Someone die?
"Why is my nephew calling me at,
Yeah,
at
this
9
can't be
o'clock?"
good. I can't bail you out from here.
And he's like, "Hey, Kurt. Hey, Uncle Kurt." He's like, "I'm here with some friends of mine, and we're drinking some bourbon." And I didn't, they asked me if I was into bourbon. I said I don't, not really. He's like, "But I have an uncle who's into bourbon, and he's got a podcast." And he's like, "It's the Bourbon Boys." And one of his friends is like, "What?" He's like,
That's the one with Sean Hayes.
"Your uncle?" He's like,
right?
"Yeah." He's like, who's your uncle? He's like, it's Kurt. And he's like, get out of here. He's like, come on, call him.
Your uncle's a wiener.
He pees a lot.
He pees a lot. That's right. Exactly.
That's hilarious.
But I want to just do a call out. So it's
He had
had no idea.
Blake's friend had no clue.
No idea. There was never a conversation around it.
That's awesome.
So it's just kind of fun. And I did go back to my nephew. I'm like, are you sure they have the right podcast? Because he's like, yeah, he's still like starstruck. Like he cannot
at the risk
believe
of being let down.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Are you sure this is
exactly? I'm like, we can run with this, but I'm not so sure. So
Okay.
So anyway, I want to do a call out to John Hoppenbauer,
Nice.
Pete Jacobson, Brad Lamers, Phil Lamers, and of course my nephew Blake Jansen. So
That's awesome. What a crew.
Big call out to the guys. So we do have at least 5 fans.
So they have their own bourbon club or
Yeah, it
bourbon
sounds
group?
like. I mean, we didn't talk for a long time, but it sounds like they get
can make it
together. They're actually on their way. They're not on their way yet, but they're going down to the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky.
Are they doing in Louisville or Lexington? Where are they going?
I don't.
Yeah?
They didn't. We didn't. Again, we didn't get into specificities.
Okay.
Stop with all the questions. Trying to tell a story here.
Well, I want to help the boys.
So they asked for recommendations, which you guys gave me. And I did tell them, I'm like, listen, you get your hands on a 12-year Weller,
Yeah.
you come down and we'll record with you.
Absolutely.
There you go.
To which my nephew responded. He said,
Wait a minute, they're coming down here. We're not going up there, right?
right.
Okay.
He said, I told them about the boys' weekend and they couldn't believe it. We'll see if we can make that
That'd be
happen.
a blast.
That's
Come on
good.
down.
Get them on the phone.
Get him on the phone.
Get them on the phone. Just find out where they're going. Hey, we're recording.
Call my nephew?
Yeah, give him a call.
Okay. You guys
Yeah.
can talk to my nephew. How's that sound?
Blake.
Did I put it up?
Yeah. Speakers in the bottom.
Yeah. The other bottom.
It's upside down.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Blake.
He won't answer.
It's like, oh, fucking uncle.
Let's leave him a message.
I'll leave a message.
Where is Blake? Is he in school? Out of school?
No, he's in his mid-30s. He has 2 kids.
No, I'm excited.
Hey, sir, I missed your call. Leave me a message. I'll give you a call back.
Blake.
At the tone, please record your message.
Have you never left a
Wait for
message?
the
When you finish
beep.
recording, you may hang up or
Blake?
press 1 for
No,
more
nobody
options.
checks their voicemail.
Yeah. Hey, Blake. This is Krat from Bourbon Boys, the guy that gives your uncle so much shit. We decided to dial you in to episode 32.
Yes.
So we got Alton here. We got Dew.
Yo,
Blake, what we really want to know is where you guys are going in Kentucky.
Right.
We want to help you out.
Yeah.
give us a call back.
Yeah.
Call back.
Well, not us.
Call
but-
Uncle Kurt.
Yeah, call Kurt.
Uncle Kurt. Bourbon on.
Bourbon on.
That's awesome. I wish we had his friend's number because can you imagine? Like the guy would probably shit in his pants.
Yeah, Blake is like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
John,
right.
John
probably-
Exactly.
Hockenheimer.
He's like, I talked to him Saturday. What do I need
I
to
don't
talk
think
to
you
him
want to
for?
find out how. Yeah. He'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He'd probably call back. Just kidding.
Had the wrong podcast.
Had the
Bourbon
wrong-
Revival. That was the one I
Exactly.
listened
Yeah.
to.
Exactly. So
The Bourbon Boys pods.
So.
The guys that like
Listen,
bourbon and dolphins.
I'm gonna hang on to it for as long as I can until I find out
Hey,
it's not
fantastic.
true.
Yep.
He knew my name. He knew everybody else's name. So I got to believe it's the
True
right
fan.
one. So,
Awesome.
I just
yeah.
want to know what they like. What
That
they
is
find.
3.
Yep.
Cool. All right. We ready for number 3?
Let's do it.
Elmer T. So, that was the
Oh.
bottle. That was the bottle, not Kurt.
Don't
Gotta replicate
scratch
it.
the table. Don't scratch the new studio table.
Elmer T. So this Elmer T came about.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting, guys, and I don't want to foreshadow, but apparently this is highly overrated
Oh,
based on the secondary market and what people charge for this.
okay.
So to the boys, don't go finding your Elmer T or don't work
so-
too hard for it.
So it apparently, if you can find it in a store, it's like $40.
Okay.
Really?
Outside of that, it's like $300.
Come on.
So this will be interesting.
Sour mash.
Sour mash, 90 proof. You
should take bigger notes.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't. It's just
For the visually impaired.
for the
Do you need me to
visually
hold?
impaired. Yeah,
Do you need me to hold them back here?
Yeah, probably. So, so the mash bill, it's 51 corn, and then about they say 12 to 15 rye, and the balance barley.
Barley.
So
So just over the lip
Just over. And so Elmer T is the master distiller emeritus of Buffalo Trace.
Nice.
And he is the father of single batch. So he was the guy that came up with the idea of mass producing single batch, starting with Blanton's.
All right.
So,
Heard of that one.
yeah, you heard of that one. It's interesting because this is bottled from the same barrel runs that they use for Rock Hill Farms. I don't know if you guys have seen that bottle. I've actually seen that in the ABC store. So
Really?
that's one. If we all like this, that's another way to get a similar taste. Because again, it's out of the same batch of barrels. Blanton's.
Okay.
So again, same barrels.
Wow.
And then Hancock Reserve, which I'd not heard of.
Nope.
I don't know if you guys have heard of that. I don't
No.
know.
Nope.
So, but anyways, that's
And those are all Buffalo Trace brands?
yes,
It'd have to be. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't sure if they were like private brands, if they
Yeah.
like pulled them off and were like, that's going to be a.
So you're saying same batch of barrels. So you're saying they bottle this or barrel this at the same time, and they either pull it early or
I
different
think
places
they
in the
pull.
warehouse.
I think they pull from the same section of the warehouse and name them.
And some taste like Blanton should
Okay,
taste.
correct.
Some taste like.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Correct.
So this has its own taste.
Apparently,
profile.
everything else going in the barrel is the same.
Okay.
So
I love the bottle with the
yeah, it's cool.
It looks small.
kind of the indentations on
It's a
each
regular
side for
size bottle?
pouring.
I don't know.
You can just pour for me.
Well, I'd be happy to. Anything else I can get you, sir?
That's good. So I'm just kind of laughing because your notes are cracking me up because it reminds me of my sophomore year in college, statistics.
Did you pass the test?
I did, actually. I did
There you
really
go.
well in statistics, but we were able to do 3.5 by 5 card.
Post-it notes.
Like a card. We could put anything on it we wanted, but it could only be on one side. So we all like spent hours like writing as small as we could.
And then forgot I couldn't read that small.
Right.
that
So his
small.
notes are like reminding me of that, even though it's on a 3x3 Post-it.
So what are you guys getting on the nose?
I get like a real sugary, buttery
Yes.
on the nose.
Yeah,
Okay.
butterscotch.
I hope it's the same on the tongue.
Citrusy honey,
Yep.
dark caramel, and vanilla.
No dark caramel, but definitely vanilla and honey.
I get the citrusy honey.
Yeah.
You do,
I
okay.
definitely get that. So
There is no finish to this one for me.
it's hard drinking this thing after the 112 in a rye.
Wow, what is this?
Very
90?
light.
Yeah.
It's super light.
What is this? A
Very
90?
light.
It's a
Yeah, it's a
90.
90.
proof?
I would not pay $300 for that.
No.
I think you're right.
Only once.
I mean, seriously, there's nothing. There's nothing.
Did you pay $300 for that?
No.
Well, my bank account did, but I did not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Good deal.
Well, it's one of those things. Well, listen,
Sarah.
it's one of those things, and when you read, go out and look at the reviews.
Yeah.
The guys that are reviewing this thing are basically saying there's all this like
So is it the lore behind it?
it is,
Yeah.
and so the whole hunt is all about finding that $40 bottle.
Sure.
But people, I think, get tired of it and they're like, screw it, I'm going to pay the secondary
must
market,
be good, yeah.
and then
you
they'll let
can't
down.
get
I will
So-
say that I left it on the tongue for a little bit longer the second time, and
It's not.
I got a
it's
little
not
more
bad
from it.
Bourbon.
It's not a bad bourbon, but the finish on it for me is very short and quick.
It is
Like
brief.
it's not. There's not a lot to the finish
It's
for
weak.
me.
It's weak.
Yeah, it is. And it's only 90 proof, so it is just,
But
it's just light. Yep.
There's a weird
Yeah.
flavor. I can't. They say that orange and honey and vanilla, so very similar to the nose.
I get the bitterness of an orange, like the orange zest,
But it's
like an orange peel.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like the zest, but it's not what I like to have in a bourbon.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have the leathery, cinnamony,
Sure.
spicy stuff. But
And
Right.
what was the? It was 51, 12, and
yeah,
then
51, 12 to 15.
All right, so,
So
it leaves
they-
you
they could have gone
36, 37 of
Yeah.
barley.
could have gone heavier on the
So
rye.
not a personal favorite,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's actually to what you were saying. It's not a bad bourbon.
No,
it's
it's not-
actually
no, it's not
it's
bad at
actually
all.
pretty
It's
good.
not.
It's just.
It's a very good bourbon.
I mean, this is something I would serve to somebody who's newer.
I was going to say,
Great
it's
bourbon,
at the-
right?
At
'Cause
the
it's got a
$40 price
nice-
point, if you can find
At
it, this
40.
is a good.
At
Yeah.
40, no
this
doubt.
is a good light
Yeah.
entry point. But
The other thing I read too is that there are distinct differences between bottles. So the consistency is not quite as strong as you
Oh,
get out of
interesting.
other small batches. Excuse me, single barrels. But Yeah, because there was a guy out there that did a review, and he said this changed like 3 or 4 times based on different bottles that he'd had. But this just feels really light to me.
That's interesting, though. You think about it from the Buffalo Trace perspective, right? So they've got some flagships. You got your Blanche, you got your Buffalo Trace that a lot of people know en masse.
Yep.
So you had to be super consistent.
Very consistent.
On those taste profiles. You can't create a brand for every other variation, right? So I wonder if this is the one that it's
like,
not. It's a catch-all.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes you hit it, sometimes it's not quite right.
Yeah.
On the 3rd or 4th sip, the orange zest goes away.
I love it. Everybody raises their glass.
Drink
like,
by
what?
my command.
What?
Wait on me.
Where'd it go?
I mean, it's just for me. It's
Yeah. It's very smooth.
I mean, it's not a bad bourbon, but it's not a $300.
No, it's not.
No.
I would be
For me,
disappointed if,
There's like a little bit of weight to it when I drink it, and it's warm right from the moment I take it in.
Well, it's been sitting in the truck all day.
Oh, that's true. Oh, man.
It's cooling down
Seriously,
right now.
you took it away from me.
But I mean, the more you drink it, the better it gets. But it could just maybe trying to justify the.
Yeah, this is
how
one,
much
though,
was
if you threw an ice cube in here, though, it would be too watered down.
What?
Too watered down.
So.
I said,
What?
I said if you did.
If he said if.
You're talking to Dave Kratt.
Now I'm talking to our
Just to remind you, Pappy drinks his bourbon with ice.
Yeah.
and a twist
Just
of lemon.
saying.
Right. What would you
saying.
spend if you couldn't find 40? What's your upper threshold where you're like
The max on that bottle?
Yeah, what's your max?
40.
$60.
41.
No, I mean, I would put it. Look, if you can find a Blanton's today on the shelf, you're going to spend what, 60, 65?
If you can find a Blanton's?
If you can find a Blanton's
If
on
you
a shelf.
can.
I don't mean secondary. I mean on a shelf.
It's got to be 70 by now, but yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah,
65,
okay.
70.
Okay. If you can
And
find
I
it on
would
a shelf.
I would put this with that. I like Blanton's better, but again,
Sure.
we're in the category of
It was a great
overrated bourbons.
Okay, so that would be an interesting taste to do, to put this up against Blanton's. Oh, by God, we have
We
a
can do
Blanton's.
that if you want.
This is great. We have an ABC right in the studio.
Yeah, it's just
Actually, it's better than an
Yeah,
ABC.
yeah.
it's just meh.
Yeah.
So
No, it has a
don't know.
good taste, but for $40, I would honestly, I mean, if somebody called me, I'd be, hey, pick up Old Tub.
Old Tub to me, it's like
That's interesting.
for $24.
All right. So should
Hell
we
yeah.
do a
Hell
Old
yeah.
Tub, Elmer T, and Blanton's? We don't have to do it right now.
And then what about
We need a fourth.
Let's see what else.
For the listeners, you can't see us spying Derek's
Right.
bourbon.
There's
wall
like
over
90
here.
bottles of bourbon
We're
on
down
the
to
wall.
78.
Hey,
Oh,
bring out
okay.
that antique
Well, who's
Weller.
counting?
Let's see how that does.
Yes.
You have an antique Weller? You do?
Yeah. Sarah bought it for me. Well,
Oh, is that the red
she
one?
muled it. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't have the blue one. That's the one we're trying to get, right?
Black
Yeah.
one.
Well, the
Black.
Blue. Well, the black.
label, yeah.
Black.
What's the black? 12?
Blues.
12.
what's blue?
Blue's hard to get too.
Blue is not as hard to
Hey,
get.
in North Carolina, it's all hard to get.
That's true.
Black is. I've had the pleasure of tasting the 12-year.
It's weird. I keep the
Okay.
citrusy thing kind of comes in and out. Sorry. That made your drink do.
Yeah.
So true. I'm so
Major drink.
vulnerable.
Let me see. Let me see.
I mean, again, not a bad bourbon. But
Not at all. No, I mean, there's no way this bottle lasts very long.
no, especially not in my house.
Yeah, 90 proof. It's breakfast.
It's a breakfast
What was
bourbon.
that? Was Old Forester the one that had the
Yeah.
86?
86
It was bourbon breakfast.
Yeah.
We could try that one too.
We could try it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure that's over
That's up there.
somewhere.
Yeah.
It's good. I actually don't mind this one. Again, I wouldn't pay a lot of money for it, but unfortunately, sorry.
No, it was a Christmas present.
But I don't
It's all
actually
good.
think it's bad.
No, it's not bad.
I don't think anyone said it's bad.
I think it is overrated. It falls
Well,
squarely.
that's what
in
I
the-
heard.
It falls squarely in the overrated category. Not meaning that it's bad. It's
Yeah.
just overrated. But
So-
and honestly, I'd put Blanton's in that same category.
Absolutely. For the,
I would
for the
agree.
aftermarket price, totally agree.
Yeah, I
I mean,
would
Bland's
agree.
not worth
No,
$150 or more.
No.
But think of the mastery that Buffalo Trace has done for all of their brands.
That's true.
All their
because
brands
Buffalo
they've
Trace is kind
created.
of the same.
They've created if you can find it, it's $40.
Yeah.
If you can find it. The
If
price for finding it is $300.
Yeah.
They've done that for all their brands.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
But
But
it-
scarcity.
but it is interesting though because
Stupid
there are
consumers.
certain brands that they have like the straight up Buffalo Trace, and I would drink Buffalo Trace over this all day long.
Yeah.
and it's easier to find the Buffalo Trace, and there's not a secondary market like there is on this.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting.
It is very interesting. And I wonder, I mean, we're giving credit to the brand. It's really the audience, right?
Yeah,
Right.
The suckers.
Really the market.
The suckers.
suckers.
I hate when people
suckers.
call me a sucker.
Sucker.
But think of like a public service announcement. Elmer T, don't go past 60.
Yeah, I wouldn't go past
Blanton's, don't go past.
70.
65, 70. Yeah.
Yep. Because I've seen it on shelf for 90 to 120.
Yep. Old
Not
Tub
worth
don't
it.
go past 26.95.
No, it's getting screwed at that point.
And
I
by
would
the
push-
way, at
For how much?
$26.95, you're getting one hell of a deal.
Well, and it is up to $26.95.
It's still.
it's a damn good bourbon.
It's
It
still a
is.
good bourbon. I always recommend it to people.
But I
Is this
would
the bourbon that we should just buy a few cases and tuck them away?
Yeah.
every time
Right.
Natalie sees her, she buys 2 bottles.
Does
Oh,
she?
yeah.
Yeah,
She's good.
she is good.
She's good.
She's the only wife who actually
Yeah.
supports this
I think she's trying to
podcast.
Yeah.
slowly kill me.
She has a plan.
So wait a minute. So on the blends, though, I would push that just from the category interest, not on flavor alone, but I would say you can get a bottle at $100 or less. Grab
Try
it. Grab it. I wouldn't buy one every time I went to the store, but it's hell, it's like hunting Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Right?
No. I mean, from the hunt perspective,
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
Right. So if you haven't had it and you find it for $100,
Yep.
grab it,
Well,
enjoy it, and share it with your friends.
And also the whole. Here comes a bottle of
Here comes the bottom planners right on cue.
But in the other cool thing, just like Blade and Bow, Blanton's, the collectible aspect, whether it's the keys or the horses, just spell out the word Blanton's.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool,
Yeah,
especially if you're hunting it.
Yep.
Hold on, we got to finish this if we're going to try Blanton's now.
It feels like the hunt, and maybe we're stuck in a North Carolinian controlled ABC, but it feels like the hunt is even harder than a hunt needs to be.
Oh, it totally is.
Like it's almost impossible.
It's freaking comical. I mean, you can walk in, and this is one of the great things I've said it many times about, the category is you can walk into an ABC store and people are super friendly. You're like, hey, you got any plans? And they just laugh.
They laugh,
Yeah.
But you automatically have a conversation starter, but it is pathetic that it's that.
If I had $1 for everybody,
Yeah.
Where were we when they had a sign? Don't ask. Like it was,
Sarah sent that.
Was
to
that the
us
one? Okay.
on one of her bourbon tours.
that's what
So
it
do you need
was.
me to pour that
It was a
one?
list
Yeah.
of like,
No, I got
don't
it.
ask us about.
Don't ask us if we have.
Pappy,
Yeah, Blanton's
Blanton's.
was top of the list.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so your story is this is coming out of the same barrel pick.
Dude, taste it. Just
Yeah.
taste it right now.
Same barrel pick.
Taste it.
It's going in the same, growing in the same space.
And you're going to put it in the same pie hole.
So we're actually all now tasting blends, just in case you dozed off there at the wheel.
I don't know. Listen, guys, I've never I appreciate Blanton's, but it's not been my favorite. I'm not saying one is better than the other.
It's not that different.
This is this is 93 proof.
It's a little hotter.
It's a little
It's a little hotter. I was
But
going
it's-
to almost say crisper,
Yeah,
but
same
like
flavor.
but it's not that different.
No.
No, it's
Same,
got
same
a
flavor profile.
bigger
Yeah.
flavor, but
Yeah,
not
it is
like
bigger
wow,
flavor.
that tastes
So
totally. It's not like
maybe
that
it's
well
the
pot still.
same stuff, just in a different bottle.
Well,
It could be the dregs.
That's exactly
Whatever's
what it
left
is.
over.
But again, I mean, they're pulling from the same spot in the warehouse.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So that's a 90. The blends we've got here is a 93 proof. It's sharpied in, so I don't know if that's part of the effect or if it truly is. But that's batch, right? You're getting to 93 even, not a point something.
Does this have anything on the Elmer T? Is there any?
It's just
No,
straight up.
it's
straight up 90.
it's a blend.
But I mean, they taste super similar to me.
I agree.
What's the proof on the Elmer T?
90. That's 93. Blanton's is 93. It tastes. I mean, both of them tasty bourbons,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Similar but different.
Yep.
Which is part of the phenomenon of this category. The fact you can take basically the same ingredients
And get
put
so
them in
many
the same
different
thing,
things.
You get so many different
Yeah.
flavor
Yep.
profiles. So definitely not the same thing, but you can tell they're in
Yeah.
the same family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
that's going to be pretty amazing too. Like if you're pulling barrels, you're like, all right, we've hit the 2 or 4 year mark for these.
Yeah.
We pull some barrels, and you're like, shit, that same mash bill went in as White Dog. Everything's equal.
Yeah.
But the 33 staves in that barrel, one barrel to the north
Yep.
of this one
Four-
road
yeah.
deeper in, has completely change the profile of it.
4 more percentage points of humidity.
Right.
So we've tasted a lot of bourbon. Then thinking about that sentiment, I mean, we've tasted a lot, and all of us probably have a drink, and we're like, oh, that reminds me of this, especially when it's on our favorite list. Can you imagine the master distiller who tastes a barrel out of the corner of a warehouse and says, this reminds me of that barrel I tried in 2017 from the East Warehouse, the 3rd floor. You know those guys.
Oh, they
have
do.
that kind of precision.
Absolutely.
Gals. I mean,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing scientific about it, right? It's just a memory.
But I guess if you get up every day
and drink bourbon,
you literally go and taste bourbon all day.
I'll try it, Dave. I'll try it.
Look, I'll be your friend. There's no need for you to be lonely at work. Dude, we've worked together before. We can do it again.
I would look forward to that day.
Shit.
We might,
but seriously, I mean,
might need treatment after, but
I might need treatment now, but I mean, so
the Fisher Fry.
It's interesting. I mean, it's just
to have that
memory.
Taste memory. That's pretty remarkable.
Yep.
But and within one bourbon, like then you take it up a level to the guys who can taste across bourbons.
Oh yeah,
and know like where that came from. It's
crazy.
All right, but who's going to question them, right? Okay, so this master distiller is like, this takes me back to 2017, barrel number 5 in Warehouse H. And like, who's going to say, you're full of shit?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've got those blind, but they've got the blind tastings where it's literally different brands and different levels, and guys are just nailing that shit.
I know. I'm just kind of messing with you guys.
Exactly.
We're not bourbon snobs here at Bourbon Boys.
Nope. Far from it at this point.
So,
no, they're just fun to taste.
They totally are, and it's a reason to sit around the table.
Yep.
That's what's more important.
So here we are at the end of this session. Ish.
He actually awaited the last call.
Well,
together as we sing our
first off,
joyfully
turned into a musical.
It's always about music. What's your last call?
Just give me. I'm working into it. Just simmer.
Okay.
So
you wanted to hear you sing a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay.
First off, Derek,
Dave,
that was awesome. Pulling in the Blantons at the last moment there for a little taste test. So the benefits of working
the proximity
here with
is
the bourbon wall. This could be dangerous.
An advantage.
As long as your bourbon wall and not any of ours,
we're okay.
Awesome.
Ours wouldn't stand up to the test. There's way too many shelves over here.
I was just gonna say I need like half of one of those shelves.
Hold on, I'm gonna pour a little bit more of this.
Or a bigger cabinet.
This Elmer T. The sooner I get through this $300 bottle of
Elton,
bourbon,
I need an
better.
addition.
Yeah, we're
an
building on.
addition. Yeah, we're gonna build on.
We're gonna build on. I'll have some time.
That's right.
Coming up soon.
Okay.
So how long has it been since we?
June.
Good God.
End of June. That's when we published.
Mm-hmm.
And then when did Kurt send us the novella of an email? When was that? When did you send that?
I don't know. You never responded to it, so
I think Derek was the only one that did. I was waiting to see who was going to respond.
I gave him a thumbs up. That's I'm
trying.
That goes
I am
far, right?
trying. I am trying.
You did great.
It's great, Kurt.
I've got him on my
trying.
Because you
October
disappear
12th.
for a little bit.
What?
And you disappear for a little bit.
Yeah.
Where
Are
did
we
I
catching
go?
you?
No, you're going to disappear.
I'm
Tomorrow you're going to Italy.
Yes, but we have a schedule. I have
10,
set
12.
dates.
I know. Yeah.
10-12 is our next.
Okay.
When you're back.
That's all.
That's
I know.
right. Conveniently so.
Excellent. All right.
Damn. You should have read the email.
All right. So June was the last time we recorded.
June was the last time we recorded.
So boys, here's to never waiting that long again.
I appreciate that, Dave.
So there's that.
Yep.
All right. So last call. You've got a friend you've not seen in 5 years. 5 years. That friend has a dolphin tattoo on their left thigh. Okay. A shamrock tattoo on their knee. I have no idea where this is going. Point is,
stay with it.
Point committed.
What else you got? Give me another clue.
So, out of these 3 bourbons, you've got a friend you've not seen in 5 years. You've got a common interest in bourbon. Which of the 3 are you going to pull?
Was it Shamrock on the right knee or left knee?
It's on the right. The dolphin was on the left, and it was the upper thigh. Okay. Right, a little bit past where you should be showing people.
Right. All right, perfect.
Honest to God, Kurt.
Which
come on.
direction is it
It's a
pointing?
fair follow-up question.
Oh, it's pointing in the right direction.
Okay,
Kurt.
just checking.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it actually changed my answer.
So in that case,
Absolutely.
This is easy. Anybody I've known for 5 years,
No, you haven't seen him for 5 years.
but that means I've known
You've
him.
known him longer.
Well, I had
For
to
at
know.
least that long.
Well, I could have met him at the grocery store 5 years ago. There's no.
That's
true. That's fair.
Alton's an outgoing kind of guy.
So
So are you going to buy the
Well, now I'm
zucchini,
gonna
or are you
try-
just going to?
now I've got to change my answer because I was.
He's like, you're going to buy that pasta? Because if you're not, I'm taking it.
I don't want to play anymore.
Come on.
Now you're sounding like
You're
me.
committed. You're committed.
Yeah, you're sounding like her. Put your ball down. Come on. You're still playing.
Fuck you.
That was that was the rudest thing I've ever.
That's right. Thank you, Alton.
Put your ball.
He just said he's starting to sound like me.
I know. All right. Go.
Go. I'm going with the revival. I mean,
Which
something
one?
that's
The bourbon or the rye?
I'm not the rye. I mean, I'm not like anti-rye like you.
It's only been
Not
5
the
years.
The rye. It's only
It's been 5 years. We're gonna have a strong drink, and we're gonna talk some
Yeah.
crap about where the hell we've been.
I like it.
So, but yeah, I mean,
Okay.
obviously, if we didn't just meet in the supermarket, we got a relationship. That's why I switched my answer.
That sounds like a whole new
that's
story.
good. So
I met this guy in the grocery store. We now have a relationship.
we never save his mail. What do you like?
Yeah,
Building
true.
your own
Okay,
you like
very
creating your
true.
own story.
Derek, your turn.
I'm gonna go with Elmer T, but only if I bought it off the shelf.
$40.
Yeah. Yep.
So
And I
you're-
would say, can you believe that 5 years ago this was $40? Like when we first met, the last time I saw you, this was $40.
Who are
Oh,
those
so you were saying
dumbasses?
you were saying I don't think you could handle the hot stuff.
And then he would say, and now some fools pay $300 for it.
Yes, it's crazy.
Absolutely.
But I would probably find a way to talk about more about the lore of, this is a memory taste, right? So I do like the idea of revival or reviving our relationship. I'm gonna go with the Elmer T and talk about how much has changed in 5 years or how much has come out of Buffalo Trace in that amount of time in all different directions. I think it's a good way into getting a conversation going. I don't know if I'm going to have a lot in common anymore.
I know
5 years from now.
exactly. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it could be.
Yep. Kurtron.
I'm probably
He's
going
scanning the wall
I'm probably
for
going to
another
go with
bottle.
rare breed.
It's like, can you bring that one down?
Hey, if it were on the table, you know I'd be going with
Oh,
Red
yeah,
Breed,
I'd be
too.
there.
I
That's
probably
still really
would go
good.
with the revival as well for,
Yeah.
not to be too cliche, but I would go with the revival bourbon. Although it would be I don't know, it'd be a play between the two because from a rye standpoint, I'm not a huge rye fan, but that's a really good rye. I think it's a good rye.
Yeah.
I agree.
Personally, I like it, but I would go with the revival just because of the sentimental aspect of it of not seeing somebody for that long.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Okay, good.
Dave?
you?
Oh, me. I'm going to go with Elmer T. I like the idea of that bourbon being something that I've wanted to try.
Yeah.
Tried it, checked the box, and now it's kind of that I don't know, that energy and excitement about, hey, we hadn't seen each other in 5 years. What's the next thing we're going to try?
Nice.
Right down the
very
road.
cool.
So it's kind of forward looking.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
yeah,
I think you could get one more pour out of this one, too, whereas this one's going to slow you.
Oh yeah.
At 90 proof versus 112,
Yeah.
yeah.
this is a longer night.
Look, at the end of the day, if I had to drink between these two, I'd go with the 112 in a heartbeat.
It's a good one.
It's a great flavor.
It's not a bad one.
Yeah,
with
it's
great
good.
flavor.
It is good.
So
All right,
All right.
close us
Yeah.
out, man.
Oh shit. I need to look at the.
It's okay. The website's down. You can skip that whole part.
are we not paying our bills? Is that
Exactly. It's been too
You didn't
long.
read the email.
It's been too long.
So,
didn't
Long
get an
hard
email.
summer.
Yeah.
long, hard summer. that's
Gentlemen,
right.
it's been a great time getting back together for our own little revival here.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, we will promise it will not be that long again before we hang out.
October 12th.
1 month.
Kurt's already promised that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
No, I'm just making it happen.
So we tried 4 great pours, and I wouldn't turn any of them away. You got 2 revivals, the bourbon, the rye, and the Elmer T, and the Blanche, which we talked a lot about. But 4 winners. So,
Yes,
Four
indeed.
winners.
guys, thank you. We will do it again soon.
All right.
All right,
Bourbon
Bourbon
on.
Boys.
Bourbon on. And by the time this drops, it'll be Kraft's birthday. Do you remember?
62.
It's the 21st day of September. As a matter of fact, I don't. But
You remember? See, it's always the
I know. That's what we're saying.
Give us a line. Give us a line.
I know.
You're
No,
there.
no, no.